Hi, everyone. Today, I'm going to read again out of The Signs of Getting Rich. And so I already had a book reading. And to be honest, nobody really watched that book reading. And I was surprised because, Signs of Getting Rich. I usually don't read out of things that are about money, but this is really about money. And so I was surprised that not more people wanted to know about it. But you know what it told me? It told me that there is a need to do it. Because if not so many people are interested, it means there is something in it that is concealed right now and that needs to get into the open. I know that a lot of people over the last 100 years use this book, this little tiny booklet, what's in this book, to change their lives completely, because there is a science to getting rich. And it says, I read this book the first time a long time ago, but then Bob Proctor brought it up again when I became a Proctor Gallagher consultant. And so there is a science to getting rich. It is not something that is only for the happy few. But of course, money has such a bad energy around it. A lot of people, me included, like we have so many blockages, even though if we did already a lot of work to let go of a lot of those blockages, we still have something that is holding us back. If we're not in the millions right now, in this time and age, it means there's still something holding us back. So I'm going to read it chapter by chapter, and I'm going to put it out there in the hope that somebody is going to get benefit out of it, because that's what I'm about. I just want you guys to live the life of your dreams. I'm the dream creator. I want to create my dreams, and my dream is to help you all create your dreams, because there is nothing more rewarding than living the life of your dreams and to see the miracles showing up in front of your face every single day. And that is what the life I'm living. Like, I see miracles around me every single day, and I'm still like, wow, wow, wow. It's like, expect miracles. Life is all about miracles. We call it a miracle, but in a way it's just normal. And because of the fact that we are so conditioned and so manipulated and so brainwashed, we're almost brain dead. We just are living the same programs over and over again, which we shouldn't do. So this booklet gives so much information in such a small, like, it's so tiny, you can read it in like an hour. And so let's get to it. Chapter 1. If you want to see the last chapter, because I read the summary 2 weeks ago, I think, the summary of the Signs of Getting Rich, and that was what I wanted. That was all I wanted to do at that moment. But now I'm going to read it all, and we're going to become rich all together. Let's go for it. So chapter 1, the right to be rich. Whatever may be said in praise of poverty, the fact remains that it is not possible to live a really complete or successful life unless one is rich. And rich, of course, is a very subjective word, because what is rich? What is enough? And how much do you need to feel rich? So this is the first thing already I want to give with you. Like, rich doesn't mean I need to become a millionaire. I use the word millionaire, but I mean, you don't have to have $1 million in the bank to have like a very fulfilled and rich life. We'll get into it. No man can rise to his greatness, possible height in talent or soul development unless he has plenty of money. For to unfold the soul and to develop talent, he must have many things to use, and he cannot have these things unless he has money to buy them with. So this is, when I read that, I already touched on one of my biggest blockages. Because when I was a child, I was taught you don't have to be money to be happy. You don't need money to be happy. You can be happy just because. And that's true. You don't need to have money to be happy. But if you want to get to that point, you're going to need some stuff. You're going to have, and again, he's going to talk about it. And I think it's brilliant, because for the people that have that belief that you don't need money to be happy, let's listen. A man develops in mind, soul, and body by making use of things. And society is so organized that men must have money in order to become the possessor of things. Therefore, the basis of all advancements for men must be the science of getting rich. When I read it, it sounds so easy. And again, like I was the kind of person, money was like, I had a lot of blockages around money, but it is so true. If you don't have money, how are you going to get all the tools? Like just listening to me would not be possible if you didn't have the money to buy your device to listen to me. Maybe you're on your iPhone, maybe on a computer, doesn't really matter. But without money, you would not be able to hear my message. Or without money, you wouldn't be able to buy the book, because that's what I recommend you all to do. Buy the book, put it out on your nightstand, read about it, read out of it every single day. The object of all life is development, and everything that life has an inalienable right to all the development it is capable of attaining. I have a hard time reading all those, like, English is not my first language, so I apologize for not doing a better job. Another reason for you to really buy the book and read it yourself. Man's right to life means his right to have the free and unrestricted use of all the things which may be necessary to his fullest mental, spiritual, and physical unfoldment, or in other words, the right to be rich. Everybody is born with that right. There's not one person that is born that doesn't have the right to be rich. Like we put it in categories. Oh, you have the right to be rich, you don't, like separate each other. It's not the point. We all are born with the right to be rich. Why? Because we are here to develop. We are here to get to become the best version of ourselves. In this book, I shall not speak of riches in a figurative way. To be rich doesn't mean to be satisfied and content with a little. No man ought to be satisfied with a little if he's capable of using and enjoying more. When I read the book the first time, that annoyed the shit out of me. I'm sorry. That really annoyed me. I'm like, what is he saying here? I can be happy with a little. That's totally fine. Why shouldn't I be happy with a little? But he explains it. The purpose of nature is the advancement and unfoldment of life, and every man should have all that can contribute to the power, elegance, beauty, richness of life. To be content with less is sinful. So if you have the capability of having more, you should not have less, because it's sinful. And sinful means it's a shame. Like you should really go for it. You have to go for whatever it is that you are, that who you really are, your being. The man who owns all he wants for a living of all the life is capable of living is rich. And no man who has not plenty of money can have all he wants. Life has advances so far and become so complex that even the most ordinary men or women requires a great amount of wealth in order to live in a manner that even approaches completeness. Every person naturally wants to become all that they are capable of becoming. This desire to realize innate possibilities is inherent in human nature. We cannot help wanting to be all that we can be. That's that feeling inside, like that you want to get more, that you want to do better, that you want to succeed. It's a drive, something that gets you up in the morning. It's normal. It's nature. Success in life is becoming what you want to be. You can become what you want to be only by making use of things. And you can have free use of things only as you become rich enough to buy them. To understand the science of getting rich is therefore the most essential of all knowledge. It's something they should teach at schools, don't you think so? Because if we don't understand how to get rich, rich again doesn't mean becoming a billionaire. Rich means becoming an abundant person, having enough money to do anything you want, when you want it, how you want it, how far, how long, how high you want it. That is what money is for. There's nothing wrong in wanting to get rich. Also, one that I really needed to work on. I thought it was not good. I thought it was greedy. I thought it was shameful to want to be rich. I wanted to be rich all my life, but I never really voiced it because it's like, it's not something that you want to tell people. Although, you should have that feeling of wanting to have the money to do whatever you want. The desire for riches is really the desire for a richer, fuller, and more abundant life. And that desire is praiseworthy. It's a good thing. It's a good thing to want money. Okay, if I'm triggering you right now, means that there is something in it. So go and sit with it. What is triggering you? Why is it triggering you? What's going on? The man who does not desire to live more abundantly is abnormal. And so the man who does not desire to have money enough to buy all he wants is abnormal. Again, I know many of you will be triggered. Take a deep breath, sit with it, feel it. What is triggering you? Why is this so uncomfortable? What do you have to let go of? Let it go. Just let it go. Let it go. When you're listening to me, let it go. There are three motives for which we live. We live for the body, we live for the mind, and we live for the soul. No one of these is better or holier than the other. All are alike desirable, and no one of the three, body, mind, or soul, can live fully if either of those others is cut short of full life and expression. Isn't that amazing? I love that. Again, in the beginning, I didn't want to hear it. It was hard for me to listen. I had to really go inside. Again, there's nothing outside of you that is going to make you rich. It's all coming from inside. We're going to learn how that works. There's a certain way of doing things, okay? So, but if you want to have full expression, you need body, mind, and soul. So cool. It is not right or noble to live only for the soul and deny mind or body. A lot of religions want you to believe that. Not cool. And it is wrong to live with the intellect and deny body or soul. Same thing. That's what schools want you to believe, that knowledge is everything. Knowledge is power, and it's true with the right knowledge. Okay, let's learn about how we can all attain what we want in life. We are all acquainted with the loathsome consequences of living for the body and denying both mind and soul. And we see that real life means the complete expression of all that man can give forth through body, mind, and soul. Whatever he can say, no man can be really happy or satisfied unless his body is living fully in every function, and unless the same is true for his mind and soul. Wherever there is an unexpressed possibility or function not performed, there is unsatisfied desire. Desire is possibility seeking expression or function seeking performance. Man cannot live fully in body without good food, comfortable clothing, and warm shelter, and without freedom from excessive toil. Rest and recreation are also necessary for his physical life. He cannot live fully in mind without books and time to study them, without opportunity for travel and observation, or without intellectual companionship. To live fully in mind, he must have intellectual recreations and must surround himself with all the objects of art and beauty he is capable of using and appreciating. To live fully in soul, man must have love, and love is denied expression by poverty. A man's highest happiness is found in the bestowal of benefits of those he loves. Love finds its more natural and spontaneous expression in giving. You cannot give if you have anything, but don't you understand? Like, what is my biggest pleasure is when I give, when I can give. So in order to give, you can say, well, you can give your time, you can give, but it's the same thing. Money is just a currency, the same way that time is a currency. You can give your time, you can give your money, you can give from what you have, you can give your talents, but how are you going to develop your talents if you have no money. It always comes down to the same thing. And that's why it is so important. And that's also why so many people have a hard time with it, because it's the key to everything. And again, money is not the God, but it is the way that we can get to other things. He just said it. Our society is completely created that way, that we need money to own things. We need money to exchange to get what we want. So it's an important thing. So of course, when we're still living in caves, money didn't have that value that it has today, but it is just how society is built. So we need to understand that. So it is the use of material things that a man finds full life for his body, develops his mind, and unfolds his soul. It is therefore of supreme importance to him that he should be rich. It is perfectly right that you should desire to be rich. If you are a normal man or woman, you cannot help doing so. It is perfectly right that you should give your best attention to the science of getting rich, for it is the noblest and most necessary of all studies. If you neglect this study, you are derelict in your duty to yourself and to God and humanity, to the universe. For you can render to God, if you don't like the word God, again, go inside. What's triggering you? Why is it so hard? God is the creator of all things. You can use the word creator, you can use the word source, you can use the word light. It doesn't really matter what you use, as long as you understand that God means the creator of everything. That's what's at the beginning, the source. So, for you can render to God and humanity no greater service than to make the most of yourself. So this is the end of chapter 1, Science of Getting Rich. Guys, get the book. And every week I'm going to get you guys now another episode. And I hope that together, by the end, it's like 17 chapters. So we're 16 weeks into it, probably. Or maybe I'll do more every week. I don't know. It's going to be how I feel about it. Definitely become rich. And if my words, if you listen to me now and they are triggering you, that's a good thing, because it gives you an opportunity to let it go. Because my words are not triggering you. It's not me that is triggering you. It's something inside of you that is triggering you. Doing the work is going inside and dropping everything that you don't need. So listen to this a couple of times, go inside, feel what it does, take a couple of deep breaths in and out. And no matter what it is that is giving you like an anxiety feeling or a depressed feeling, let it go, drop it. Have a wonderful day, you guys. This is it for now, and I see you in the next episode of The Science of Getting Rich. Bye for now.